Hello and welcome to GamerTalkz. We're on the October episode for 2024. We're looking forward to this one, and we've got a few of our original lineup, we're only missing one today, old Dunkaroony, and just remember before you start, there ain't no party like a P. Diddy party, alright? So, we've got Andy today, Arcade today.
Hello.
We got Buster.
Hi, I've got the baby oil.
And we got Bossman Mikey in his favourite chair.
Good afternoon, people.
Right, so we do have quite a few games for you today, but we've got how we did it last month, with the professionals, where we split it into Exhibit A and Exhibit B. So
what
for the
professionals are you on about?
You should be used to exhibits with your court case book. Yeah,
yeah. To be fair, me and you, Mikey, the professionals on last month. That's what I was saying, the September episode.
You were the same.
So Bossman Mikey has now split it into Exhibit A and Exhibit B. So for the B team of the group, we'll explain it slightly. So Exhibit A is where we talk about the games in depth, and then Exhibit B is where we talk about the games, just an overall broad summary of looking at it, a quick talk. And if we've got a little bit more to say, then happy days. And then obviously we've got Indie Corner, Horror Corner, and John's what do you call it?
Things that we don't want to hear about.
His Buster Challenges. There we go. So we've got a decent month this month, because last month wasn't the best of content that we had to talk about, but this month has got some pretty interesting looking games. We'll start out with this first one, which I'm really looking forward to, and we'll let Arcade introduce this one, because I know his boner is ripping through his trousers to talk about this one. So,
Silent Hill 2. I didn't even have to look at the list.
Yes, it did.
I knew you were going to talk about that. Yeah, I'm obviously super psyched for this. Everyone was throwing shite at Bloober Team at first, saying it was going
out of the reach, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, I like the other Bloober Team games, but there's actually not much I have to say about this one, because I have avoided everything about it ever since the initial trailer.
Are you going to get it?
I am going to get it. That's why I have I've been radio silence on Silent Hill.
I like it with the Elden Ring thing. Avoided it.
Yeah. I actually started Elden Ring recently, but Silent Hill 2 was. I'm hoping it's going to be, just a great remake. It's got all the makings of, from what I saw out the trailer, for it to be good. It's the main focus of Silent Hill is a story. So if they keep that good, keep the the mood and the atmosphere there, then I'll enjoy it.
It's basically been redone, but I watched it earlier and it just looks fantastic.
Yes,
massively atmospheric game. Blooper Team are the ones that did the Medium. Was it the Medium? And that's on the GamerTalkz YouTube and Twitch as well, because I played that and streamed playing that, and I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was really good. It wasn't combat anything like that, it was all more puzzles and that sort of thing, but I really enjoyed that game. So for them to take an original and just make it their own, I think they're going to do something really special with it, because it's all about, like you said, atmosphere, Andy, and I think they'll nail it.
Yeah, I mean, there was tinges of Silent Hill, in my opinion, in the Median, in the occasional, and just the vibe of it, if that makes sense.
Can I just query something? Who did you say is developing it?
Bloober
Team. Is it Bloober or Blooper?
Bloober, sorry.
Is it no Team Silent?
No.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh no, they done it originally. I'm on the wrong one, I'm on the...
Yeah, there's one coming out.
I'm on the old one, right?
I don't think Team Silent's on the go anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry.
But
my bad.
To give you context, though, Silent Hill 2 was 2001, and it's a Konami baby, and it is pure second one after the first one, and the first one was immense, so good. And the second one, I don't think it disappointed. I thought it was really good, because sometimes they cannot always come to par, or they can fail and that but sequels, but just the Resident Evil, it was up there kind of with Resi for me, for that genre anyway,
Yeah, it peaked at the third one in my opinion. Like the third one's probably the best one in my opinion.
Is Pyramid Head in the second one? I can't remember it, mate.
Yeah, that's where he shows up.
Yeah,
the second one represents James's guilt.
Yeah.
I think that's the cool idea of it, is that it's a psychological horror in the sense that all these monsters are like taking form off of, different parts of James's psyche. James is the character you control.
Yeah.
So it's a grim horror game to play. It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
So basically, a gentleman called James loses his bitch. His bitch just disappeared, and he doesn't know where she is. And then he mysteriously gets a letter from his bitch, and then and he returns to where they made many memories, which is
I wonder what
obviously
that means.
Silent Hill. But what he finds is a ghost town, and there's just monsters all in a deep fog. And it's just like you got to confront monsters, solve puzzles, and search for traces of his wife in this remake. So it's just I really like it.
The dialogue as well, like the way this character spoke in the PS2 version was like, it was weird. It was almost like not a bad translation and not bad voice acting, but almost kind of like dreamy, like they didn't really mean what they were saying, or it's very strange. If you played the old ones, you'll know what I mean. So it's
I know exactly what you mean. But I mean, when I played them, I was smoking something strange at that time, and it was 20 odd years ago, and I've not revisited them since. But I do remember playing the first two quite clearly, and I thought they were fantastic. Me and my flatmate at the time just sat, smoked, and beasted the two games. I
think the best way of summing up the game really is that this James bloke has a really, really fucking bad day, and I mean a really bad day. Do you know what I mean? This guy sees some shit, right? That no one else should ever see, and he sees this shit, right? Yeah. So, and the fact you got Pyramid Head coming after you is just beyond psychological damage, if I'm honest. You just hear that fucking sword scraping across the floor, and
that's
prowling around.
That
prowling around for you, man.
And
the fact that everything else in Silent Hill is afraid of this fucking thing as well. It's just even worse,
You know what it is? There's something about these whole sort of apocalyptic towns, when there's just nothing there, everything's trashed up, and you just kind of walk into this empty shell, and you're just kind of wandering around, and there's something really...
Yeah, it's good. Fertile grounds for some horror storytelling right there.
Yeah.
You get a lot of this stuff with Chernobyl and that as well, right?
It's like even when I started watching the first season of The Walking Dead, he just walks out the hospital into this empty town. I just thought that was really cool,
Yeah.
Because
I think that's where a lot of the inspiration for the kind of things come from. Is games like Silent Hill, like Resident Evil. Because the original cut 2, 3 of them were absolutely excellent, and basically the Japanese have a way of bringing you horror that's unmatched, basically. Especially the psychological, scary side. They've
got different different sort of views at horror that we're not used to seeing, right?
Yeah, I mean stuff like The Ring and what's the other one that the Americans remade?
The Grudge.
The Grudge. You watch the Japanese version; they're in black and white. And mate, you watch them, and even though they've got subtitles, man, they fuck with your head by the
but round then though, the Japanese were making some fucked games horror-wise on the PS2, man. I mean, I played some weird fucking shit. They had Silent Hill 2, The Suffering, they had Siren, QAnon, Obscure, they had Clock Tower 3, fucking Fatal Frame was fucked.
The Suffering was amazing.
Evil. Manhunt was out around that time as well, and then fucking Cold Fear. They had an X-Files game. fucking, they had some fucking, and they just had some dark, weird. They were nailing the horror back then. Like that.
See, for
the X-Files game was fucking horrible. To be fair,
yeah,
it was a bad one.
Fucking terrible.
The Japanese for people who are so respectful, so polite, so thingy, see some of their fucking horror and other stuff is so fucked up behind the scenes. Outwardly, there's all respect and, but the horror and the thing,
that's why I want a Japanese wife, because she should be a freak.
And then again, all you've got to do is play something like Wukong.
Yeah,
on the PS5 with that.
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong, they're all mythological stories for the Japanese, and it's fucked up.
But they've gone soft now, haven't they? Because they said fucking that Dead Space Blokes game, that fucking dog shit game, man, was too graphic to be released in their country. I honestly believe
that was like the main aim of that game. Really, outside of the actual boring gameplay, was just how gory they could make it.
I honestly believe that the Japanese are so good at making games that they played it and they went, "This game is so shit, we're not going to release it into the country." That's what I personally believe. This game is so shit. And so disappointed. We're not even going to fucking release it, and we'll come up with some bullshit reason.
That bad is banned.
Go back to making COD, you pussy.
Just a quick tangent, John. Did you see the trailer for the Ghost of Yoti?
Yes.
Yeah, because it looks pretty cool.
It was the only good thing to come out Sony's State of Play.
Yeah.
Ghost of Yule Tree?
Yeah, that clay game.
Ghost of Yoti.
It's like, is it a mountain or something, I think, huh?
It's Ghost of Tsushima 2, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a different guy. I think it's like 300 years apart.
It's set 300 years later, and it's a female protagonist, and but it looks stunningly beautiful.
Yeah. We don't get to see any more of Jen. Jen was a really cool character, but I kind of
do you know what? Jin wasn't the most charismatic fucking heroes. You know what?
He was like the sort of like
he was a badass fighting in that, but he was really stoic and boring.
But he was supposed that the people of that time though were very dry though. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're in that like kind of royalty. I
don't care as long as they give me a good story. The combat's pretty much the same, and the exploration's the same, maybe improved a wee bit. I love it, because Ghost of Tsushima's one of the most sleeping, beautiful games out there. How more folk don't go on about Ghost of Tsushima, I will never know.
I constantly stop just to look about it, the graphics.
Yeah.
This is in that game. Yeah. But you know what? After playing it and getting them the platinum, the trophy out of it, doing everything 100%, thoroughly enjoying it, I couldn't really tell you much about the actual fucking story of the thing. Like, it was a revenge story. There was cool fights and stuff like that, but it was so kind of tropey and drawn out that it was a bit forgettable, right?
Did you cut his head off? Because I did.
I think I chose the honourable path.
Oh, I cut his fucking head off.
I killed him. I
didn't even think twice, John. I just lopped his head off.
I can't remember it. That was.
I thought I'd do it long and hard.
Oh no! I just pressed the button and lopped his head off.
You got two different sets of armor. If you were honourable, you got one set, and if you killed him, you got the other.
Yeah,
I got the Sly Cooper set. It was like a nod because it was the same dev studio that made the video game Sly Cooper on the first Xbox. So you could find the fucking samurai armor set. It was like Sly Cooper's blue hat and shit. It was cool.
Blue hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would definitely play the shit out of another one.
Oh, that's getting purchased.
But yeah, so Silent Hill 2 by Blooper Team, published by Konami, fucking bow down, and released on the 8th of October.
It is.
So it's all platforms as well. So this one's been a couple of years in the making, and I think Blooper will do right by Konami and all that.
It looks fantastic.
Mm.
For someone who doesn't like horror games, it's I think it's going to be fantastic. But
yeah, so
just don't watch it with the lights off, Mikey. Don't watch it with the lights off.
No. If you can play it with the lights off, but not watch it.
I don't want to know what you do when the lights are off, Mikey. Anyway, keeping on the Japanese thingy, our next game is from Bandai Namco.
Yeah, it's like the other end of the scale.
The other end of the scale is Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which comes out on the 10th of October. I'm not a massive Dragon Ball, so I'll let Pookie, Andy, and Mikey talk about this one.
Well, I'm not a Dragon Ball fan either. It's like the anime, obviously, it joins in with all the kind of cartoons and that. There's loads of Dragon Ball games out there.
Yeah, this is based off of the Budokai is it Tenkai? Fighting games from Dragon Ball. Loads of people loved that particular fighting system that was in that game. And
to me, it's a bit meh, you know?
It's continuing that series with the different...
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yeah, and just before you thinking, oh my god, it's going to be some new Dragon fucking Ball shit, like, it's just literally Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, Cell Saga, but with a different fighting system. But it does look fucking beautiful. It does look pretty
fighting's
cool,
the main
good.
thing in those games, though, right? So if the fighting system's fun, then that's why people will go for it.
It looks fun.
We've seen these stories told out like 100 different times now. Different fighting games, especially Dragon Ball. It's got so many things.
Yeah. Right? It's one of these series that I look at it and I think, how have they got so many games out there?
Yeah, but people love it. I like the first two Budokai games. I never really bought any of them after that, but I think people have been waiting for this particular series to make a comeback, and it has done under a different name, weirdly enough.
Yeah, so it's 3D fighting though, so that looks pretty obviously amazing. They've got a lot more into the environmental, because when I played my first Dragon Ball Z game, it was the fact that you could just do a massive power punch and then send them through a mountain and shit. So that was new to me with a fighting game and stuff like that. Like, so this has got a lot more environmental interaction with like exploding areas, exploding mountains, throwing people through shit, and the ground shaking and everything when you like hitting them on the ground or to the ground and everything, making craters, destroyed areas. So it looks pretty cool. Like, to be honest,
I mean, I can see why they've done that, because you know, one fight's like an event, and you want to make it a grand event, you know.
So over 180 fighters is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
No matter how you shake it, right? Like, it's 180 animated fighting moves and all that jazz for each one, obviously.
But it's also got a story path as well. So it's got like the original story path that you have, but you can also unlock new encounters for the fighters as well. And then you can you're basically reliving your favourite moments from the series through cutscenes. So it'll have like intermediate cutscenes of funny ones. The funniest one I ever watched is when I've watched the full Dragon Ball Z before it was shrunk down to whatever that was called. And the funniest I ever saw was when Vegeta was learning how to use a washing machine. And Bulma was trying to teach him. He's trying to teach him how to use this washing machine. He ends up just punching it through the wall. And it's just, I fucking loved all of that shit. Like, I loved the whole thing. So, but you can create your own battles as well. So you can create apparently you can build. Like on a skating game, you can build a skate park and that sort of thing, and then you can share it. It's like that as well. You can create your own battles between people and environments and then share them online, and then people can play your battle or something like that, which I thought was quite interesting to see what people come up with.
Cool idea,
Do you know what I mean? Because Andy's likes that kind of thing where you like building environments, and that sort of thing. So
make them good. But anyway, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero out on the 10th of October.
And that's coming to PC, PS5, and the Xbox.
It's going to be everywhere, basically. Apart from the Switch. One Switch game we do have, Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Yeah.
Now, this one is a sort of co-op party game by the looks of things. It looks a bit like it's aimed at children.
Nah. Have you ever played Mario Party?
Yeah, boy.
These games make adults bend to their knees, weeping and screaming at each other.
And punch each other in the face with controllers and that. This is the sort of thing I'd like Andy to buy, and then like when I move up in that, we could go over and just have a few drinks and then play on his Switch. It'd be fucking awesome, man.
Like you'd put it on in front of a bunch of kids and they'd have a great time. You'd put it on in front of in front of a bunch of adults and they'll end up like fist fighting by the end of the game.
Without a shadow of doubt, I would put Nick out your window.
Near the end of the game and you're just about to win and there's one turn left and some motherfucker steals your star that had you in the lead. That's it. It's like,
I can imagine it's a bit as frustrating as Mario Kart is.
It's good. It's a good party game, the same as Mario Kart, right? It is a good laugh. For as much as I'm hamming up how competitive it is, it's all of them have been.
So what's the differences in this one then?
I don't know if we've had one on the Switch so far.
I think there's like new courses and then there's also old ones.
There's 110 mini games.
Yeah.
There'll be all sorts of new different boards to play on. New characters. The same with all of them. There'll just be new mini games, new boards.
You got one where you got to fly and rescue Toad.
Yeah, and there's more.
And you got to stand there and flap your arms like fucking like you're the actual bird.
Because you've got the Joy-Con controllers that work like the Wii remote almost, right? So they detect motion and stuff. So a lot of the mini games will be kind of,
just like, I've seen one where you're hammering in nails, another one where you're sort of like knifing food. Another one where you're chucking stuff towards Wario, and just
it's me, a Wario.
Yeah, it just looked mad and fun and colourful. It was what Nintendo do well.
I've been Wario Andy when we fucking.
But yes, it's basically a series of events that you need to win or beat people.
Yeah, I mean it's a board game. It's a virtual board game, and it uses all the advantages of it being virtual to make it, this quite a unique kind of thing. A lot of games devs have tried to make their own kind of Mario Party, and a lot of them have resulted in some really cool, fun.
Yeah, it looks like it's fun. You can also get followers, I said.
Like Nick says, have a drink with a few years and just wind each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be a jamboree, as the name of the game is on, yes?
Yeah, so that was out on the 17th of October.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you to buy it so we can all come play it at your house.
Yeah.
That's
we'll get our resident expert on Call of Duty to talk about our next one.
No. Right, so Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming on the 25th, which millions and millions will buy. It'll be a bestseller.
Millions and millions.
Right, so my viewpoint on it, I was not excited for the multiplayer. I was looking forward to the story because anything I've seen for the story looks good so far, and that's what Call of Duty do well is their advertising, man.
What famous person they got for this one then?
I can't remember, man.
Because wasn't it what's his name? The guy who likes to slap people.
I don't know.
What's his name? Kevin Spacey was in the last one, wasn't he?
No.
That was Advanced Warfare. That was
years ago, right? That was years ago.
Okay, I don't play COD, mate. So
right, so Black Ops usually tend to, like, if you speak to big Call of Duty fans and OG Call of Duty fans,
zombies.
Some of the best fucking Call of Duties were Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2.
The Black Ops are usually better, in my opinion.
The stories are always seem to be better. Black Ops, the last Black Ops 5 story was quite good. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. And like I said, I wasn't excited for the multiplayer because they came out with this thing called Omni Movement, which was like you jump about like your Max Payne.
Yeah, I mean, the kids are wanting a new Max Payne. That's what
but when I played the beta, it wasn't that bad. Similarly, they've got rid of skill-based matchmaking as well. The maps were well designed. The gunplay was decent. Was good. Yeah, it could be fun. And then, obviously, there's zombies. Treyarch. There's 3 studios involved. One for the story, one for the multiplayer, and Treyarch for the zombies.
Another fucking 200 gig update download for it.
That's the problem. I was actually talking before we started recording that. It's Call of Duty's pushing 200 gig on your PlayStation now.
No, that's ridiculous.
So that's almost a third. If you've not put a hard drive in it, that's almost a third of your memory just for one fucking game.
What's actually fucking new? Was you got a new gun or you got a new pink?
Yeah, there will be new guns.
There'll
be different guns, new guns, different maps. It's much of the same what you will get for Call of Duty. Yeah, it's new multiplayer maps, new guns. Zombies is always different. I think they've done something different with the zombies this year.
That's what I'd be interested in, is a single player story campaign in the zombies mode.
Yeah, do you think
Call of Duty multiplayer it's like fucking McDonald's, right? It's fun for a while, and then after that, you're like, this is actually really fucking bad.
yeah. You need this is the thing with first FPS. It's just now we need more tactical shooters out there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you've got fucking Warzone, which I gave up playing again. I'm done for the foreseeable future.
I have a few bad games and just think of this game.
Yeah. There's got to be more tactical out there. But Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, I'll get it. Me and the wee man will buy it. We'll play a story. I'll probably play some Search and Destroy, and then I'll not play it again. Yeah.
Valorant's taken over.
Do you think that obviously the whole Call of Duty thing, Activision was bought by Microsoft. It's going to be a Game Pass Day 1. Do you think that's changed their approach to it?
I see him.
No, I think it's Game Pass is actually really bad for a lot of games, a lot of game dev studios, but I think Call of Duty devs can afford it. But I think they're just trying to get more people playing it. Every time I see a game that's going on Game Pass, that's my first thing, is like they're trying to funnel people into this. And a lot of the time with the games, like especially if it's an online game, is because if someone plays and says, "Oh, this is actually fun," they'll then probably buy the copy, if not stay on Game Pass. But either way, they'll be funneled again in towards all these microtransactions and skins.
That's it.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
so it's like it's like a different kind of free to play kind of thing.
Yeah, they're going to that kind of model.
Yeah, when you see indie devs doing a Game Pass Day 1, you're kind of like, oh man, why did you do that? Kind of, because I think it detracts massively from sales. But COD doesn't have to worry about that, right?
No, because they'll get the sales for Sony, and they'll get the sales for I think it's coming in the Switch as well, is it not?
Is it? That's impressive.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think you want the console version of COD.
Switch, did they not?
I don't know.
I don't really play the Call of Duty games anymore. I don't like shooters. The last one I played was Modern Warfare, which was years ago.
Well, they were the OG ones. It's not on Switch. I take back what I fucking said. But you'll get it there, and they'll get their money back. It will not be on Game Pass the whole fucking time. They'll take it off Game Pass. I'll guarantee you.
Yeah, unless it depends on what kind of deal they've struck with Microsoft. But I think PC is probably the worst way to play any of the COD games because of how fucking prone to hacking it is. Yeah.
But then the PlayStation was hacked, the Xbox was hacked, and there was seemingly some on the PlayStation as well.
I think just even those extra steps to having to do that kind of prevents a lot of people in the first place, though, right? Like on PC, if you're like a dorky 13, 14-year-old, you can probably find hacks pretty easy.
Yeah.
Trying to put it onto your console, it's a different story.
The biggest problem with first-person shooters today is a thing called Chronos.
Oh, the controller you were telling me about.
Yeah, so you plug it into your controller, and it gives you and you set it up, like you set it up through your laptop, then you plug it into your controller, and it pretty much gives you stick on aim. It gives you no recoil guns. It's just ridiculous. It's massively. The game companies are doing nothing about it. Not the developers, because it's not their job, but Microsoft, Sony, Steam, whoever, aren't doing anything about it. Sony did bring out a patch that made it stop, but within 2 months they had a fucking workaround on it. You know.
Yeah, that's the never-ending story, right? It's always just trying to be one step ahead of the hackers, and the hackers are always going to try and hack whatever they make.
But I mean, the Black Ops 6, before the beta was even public, there was hacks out there you could buy for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's hacks. They hack everything now. That's the problem.
Yeah, PvP gaming. There should be. Valorant was on about hardware ID bans for players.
Riot Games. Yeah, they've got the strongest anti-cheat out there.
Yeah, that gets like access to like your PC root. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what it does with the
console version.
Yeah, it's fine, right enough, but it probably has some intense.
I know on PC it's got the best anti-cheat out there, but they're still cheating on it. You can change your IP and change your hardware so it doesn't get. You can mask your hardware ID and everything. So
imagine going through all that effort and
just
doing all that stuff just to act like a fucking loser, right?
Yeah.
It's that whole argument though again about leveling a playing field between PC and console, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing cross-play keyboard and mouse against controllers, then it's unfair automatically. It's pretty much
and then,
games like Battlefield get away with it because they're not esports games. They're not trying to be balanced.
Baby.
If you're competitive,
the difference is the controllers have the auto aim, right? Have a better assisted aim, and that's what the PC guys are moaning. But then mouse and keyboard's more accurate than a controller. So if you're playing on a mouse and keyboard, and I'm playing on a controller, but I don't have any aim assist.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to beat me hands down every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need that aim assist to help me, but now you can talk about the strength of it. That's why in Siege you can't play mouse and keyboard PC versus PlayStation or PC versus Xbox because a mouse and keyboard on Siege owns ass because there's no aim assist.
I think Call of Duty did it a couple, and I don't know if they still do it, but in a couple of the games they did so far, you could actually plug a mouse and keyboard into your console, your Xbox and your PlayStation.
Yeah, you can.
But that would use the matchmaking would then only... you would have to go into a match with other players using mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
And if you wanted to go back to using your controller, you have to come out the match, back to main menu, and
I think you can play mouse and keyboard, but you don't get aim assist.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, because I can play against mouse and keyboard on Warzone and on COD.
I mean, it's a great area. I mean, Dunk was telling me that obviously if you have a mouse and keyboard, they're hardwired into your PC. Obviously, if you're using a wireless controller on your PlayStation or whatever, you're losing, a millisecond of reaction time or whatever it might be.
Latency.
As well. So.
Yeah.
But
you all adds up, right? But I think most games are made to sort of compensate that. They'll have
they are, but it's still there.
Lag. The thing is, though, you always have an input lag with mouse and keyboard as well. That is first-person shooter. There's input lag.
Any online game's got so many milliseconds of lag straight off the bat, right?
There's so many contributing factors to online games, and it's how good your upload and download is, and how far away you are from the servers.
Yeah.
And,
even the monitor you've got, what it looks like.
Monitor, graphically, so.
Speed of your controls, everything.
Yeah. Let's put it like this. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be a fucking hack fest within a month.
Probably. I just hope the single player is good, and I hope the zombies is good, because that's the big sell for me. Like, if you've got it, that I'm jumping onto zombies with you after finishing the story, if that's good, then you get a good few hours out of it, and then there's your money's worth.
Exactly.
See if they put more resources into like those two instead of the normal Call of Duty multiplayer that they do.
Well, it's like I always said about Battlefield, like, because I really enjoyed their story games as well, but then it just went more and more into the multiplayer, and I was like, well, why don't you just make 2 discs, make a story disc and make a fucking multiplayer disc?
Yeah, 5 had bad single player. It wasn't bad, but it was more just like glorified tutorials, and then 2042 just dropped it completely, didn't it?
Changed the game. Anyway,
Pick's right. That Bad Company fucking story was brilliant.
Oh, no, they're thinking of making a 3rd one, and I was like, they better do, but they need the original. Not the one that died, but the original guys who did the original voices. They should fucking bring them back to do it because they were so good.
Right. Anyway,
so Black Ops Shite is on the 25th of the 10th.
Yeah, 25th of October. John, will you be getting that one? No.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll check out John playing it. Next one is one I kind of interested in. It's Life is Strange Double Exposure.
Giggity.
This is the next sort of game in the Life is Strange saga. It's almost a saga at this point.
What's the saga?
Well, they don't call it a saga, but there's 4 or 5 games.
No, I was quoting Queens of the Stone Age. My bad.
Yeah, but Lego Star Wars called the game a saga, so you know. Anyway, this one goes back to Max Caulfield from the.
Oh yeah, she's old. Game. She's older now, and she's even fitter. And she's going to do double exposure, man. Fuck me, she'll be scissoring 2 women at once. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's like a whole brand new story, and it's some sort of weird thing to do with like a parallel universe, sort of time traveling, go between.
Well, here's the premise. The premise is after her friend Safi was murdered, Max Caulfield tries to use her rewind powers, which she had sworn to never use again, to save her, but discovers that she has gained the ability to travel to another timeline where Safi is still alive. She is determined to prevent Safi's murder on a second time and find out who the killer is, but a persistent detective won't make her investigation easy.
Oh,
that sounds good.
It's Max from the first one.
Yeah, it's Max Caulfield, yeah.
Is Max Caulfield not an actor that was in Grease 2?
No. Yeah, but I can't
remember. There's a Grease 2?
No, the actor in Grease 2, I don't know how I know this, it's just one of the stupid things in my head. It's called Max Caulfield. He was an English actor that was in, played the lead guy in Grease 2.
No, Max Caulfield's the girl from the very first Life is Strange, man, and she's the one.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is
she learns I know, I was just carrying on for it. Yeah. And she's she learned her powers in that one, and then she scissors some lass as well, so hopefully now she's in university, and it's like, hell yeah, man. So hopefully she does. So
in other words, Pookie's going to get very excited.
I'm going to play just to see if I can finger someone.
No, I mean, I like Life is Strange games just for that type of game.
I fucking love them with a passion.
Are you going to get this one, Nick?
I'll be buying it, yeah, because if it's Max again and they're going, because it's their baby, this dev, and it goes back, they've literally continued it because of how good it was. I mean, Life is Strange was exceptional. It was very, very different to choice-based gaming, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Makes big on those with you got the Expanse recently as well, though, right? Like the Telltale one.
Yeah.
Was it Chloe in the first one? Chloe.
Max and Chloe, yeah.
Max and Chloe, yeah.
Max was the character, and then you were like Chloe was like her best friend, eh?
Yeah, I know, but I fancy Chloe massively, but she wouldn't like my tackle, so it was yeah. But this one looks really good though. It's extremely pretty. It's obviously on the newer consoles now, rather than just being upgraded from the previous ones. This looks absolutely amazing because the Life is Strange was 360. I think I played that on, so it's it's going to be really, really, really pretty, really interesting, diversion from the normal just turning back time. You're actually still doing that, but you transverse in dimensions, like John said. But you're trying to do your own detective work to figure it out, across like kind of two timelines.
So breathe some new life into it.
Yeah, it makes the puzzle very, very different, and obviously your choices.
Yeah, they've invested quite a lot, obviously, because they remastered the original, and then there was Life is Strange Before the Storm, and then you got True Colours as well, and now there's this one. So
as long as it's interesting, like as long as it's not as fucking boring as that Frank Stone game, like because I watched my mate play that on Twitch, and there was some blood at the beginning, and then I literally fell asleep for about 9 hours, and then someone died, and then 9 hours later somebody else died, and it's just sort of like, what a boring fucking game, man.
It's a letdown.
Jesus Christ, like.
I never ever go around to playing the Life is Strange games.
I'd recommend them. They're actually, I think they're free on the PS Store, John. So maybe we can get you to.
I don't know if Life is Strange is your kind of game, Johnny. To be honest, I think if you're going to play those kind of games, maybe Walking Dead or something a bit more.
Yeah.
You get to scissor a girl though, but that's not until later in the game, though.
Do you actually? I never played them, but part of me.
You piqued Dandy's interest now.
I'm pretty sure these characters are fucking high school kids, are they not?
Yeah, and you watch them scissor.
Oh God.
But yeah, no, Life is Strange. Tell me why. I love all this stuff, so that's right.
Yeah, I really do as well.
High school kids scissoring.
I like my.
It's like episodic narrative adventure game.
I like these story choice games, basically. So
yeah. Anyway, let's bring it back. 29th of October for that one. I'll be watching Nick play it. That's what I'll be doing.
There you go.
Final one, Exhibit 8, Dragon Age, the Veilguard, is out on the 31st. Now, I'm going to let you three talk about it, because I'm in the minority of people that have never played a Dragon Age game ever.
Well, I beasted all of them. I fucking love Dragon Age, and I have no interest in this new one.
I think I played the first one, but that's about it.
I know, I really enjoyed all of the ones that I played so far. The last one, Inquisition, I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Got into, did all the story quests and DLC and stuff. I was thinking about playing it again recently, and then I was watching some of the gameplay footage for the new Dragon Age, and it just looks so far apart from what was so fun about the first few. Like, it changed and got worse with each one, in my opinion. Inquisition is still okay.
They've transitioned to a really just kind of hack and slash it.
Yeah, it looks like they've done the same thing that they did with Final Fantasy 16, where they just they zone in on one character kind of thing.
I didn't see much role playing in that. It's just a hack and slash.
And the first one, I think, was the best one. I would love a remaster or remake with that one. But I don't know. I'll probably get it on sale at some point. But this doesn't look like something that I'm really psyched for. It looks kind of disappointing, if anything.
From what I've read, it's not expectations are low, but not zero. They're completely. The way they were making it was like the other Dragon Age games, and it was looked to be really good. And it was called Dragon Age Dragon something. I can't remember what Dragon Age something Born or something like that. Dragonborn, or it was called something anyway. And then they changed it to the Veilguard because I think it changed hands or something like that. And they went a different route with it or a different direction with it, and it just looks fucking dog shit to me compared to the other ones. They've transversed away from the story-based like relationship interactions and all this sort of thing to, like John says, a lot more kind of like hack and slash to be like other games. And it's like, why be like other games when your game is so unique? And what the transition they did with Inquisition compared to the first two, they opened it up into an open world beauty, and it's like they've just like gone backwards, I think, with this one and sideways, and it's just sort of it looks highly disappointing to me because I was looking forward to the Dragon Age 4 for about 6-7 years now, and it's just apparently it's probably going to doom to fail, to be honest. I think it's going to be utterly shite.
It's the kind of game that's probably going to be free on PlayStation in 6 months.
Yeah. Well, without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah, and then when that comes to PlayStation Plus, John can play the final battle as a challenge or something.
Dreadwolf is what it was originally called, and Dreadwolf fucking died for this fucking game to be made. Dreadwolf had this amazing epic story of how they were going to do it, and then they just basically went no. And the reason why it wasn't released is because they just completely wiped it. Went no, we're not doing that. Changed hands. We're not doing that. We're firing you, bringing you in, and we're going to do it this way. And it just looks absolute fucking dog shit.
But yeah. Anyway, so Dragon Age: The Veilguard out on the 31st of October. Right, should we do a quick rundown of Exhibit B, other games coming out this week?
We'll do a little intermission, because I forgot at the beginning to ask people what they've been playing, man. So just before we go to Exhibit B, we'll just see. Because I think Andy said he's been playing Elden Ring, I think.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. I finally bought it. And it was on sale for, I think it was £35.
You've gone down a fucking rabbit hole with that one, mate.
And I've played it so much, and I've just finished, I think, the third main boss. And it's nuts. Like, I'm late to the Elden Ring party, but I wanted to finish a few of the other ones first. And this is just like, it's nuts.
I've watched you play it on Twitch, and your main things that come out of your mouth is, what the fuck is that? And, oh, you fucker.
Pretty much sums it up. Like,
you not really leave messages for the next people?
Yeah, Andy reads out.
I do it because you get a wee health boost. Yeah, if someone, you can appraise it or disparage the message that's been left. So if someone appraises it, you get a wee health boost while you're.
Yeah, Andy was like, someone's liked my message, because it sends a little thing to you to say that someone's liked your shit or something.
Yeah.
But there's so many times you're just running about like the open world. You see a wee cave entrance, you're like, I'm going to go look in there. And then you end up going down some lift that goes down for ages and opens up into like some giant underground world with stars and fucking waterfalls and stuff in it. And it's like, you'd forgotten what you were doing in the first place before you went into that little tunnel.
You fucking zoomed out and showed me the map at one stage. I was like, what the fuck?
It's that constant feeling where you get of that. It's like, oh my god, it is way bigger than I thought. And then it happens again, like another 15 minutes later. You're like, I am so fucking lost, but there's always kind of something to do. So I haven't felt stuck on it so far. Like the other Demon Souls boss in Dark Souls, you can get to a certain point in the game and it will just give you a fuck you boss. It's just like incredibly difficult and you can't progress until you've beat this one.
You can see what I got Game of the Year, eh?
Yeah, it's like they took all the formula for the Souls games and refined it and made it good for, I wouldn't say casual players. I don't think casual video gamers would like this game. But for people who have liked the idea of them, or maybe tried them like me and never been able to get really into them, this is one that's kind of for them. Apart from the new DLC, apparently that got review bombed because the last boss was too difficult that even like the best players couldn't be on.
Challenge, eh?
Yeah.
I really like that beautiful fucking game you were playing last week. You completed it in the same day, I think.
Oh, the Plucky Squire, yeah.
That
was really good, actually. Yeah,
what a game.
That was really good. That was like it's like a 3D view on a desk, and there's a book called The Plucky Squire, and it's about this little character. It opens up, and you actually play in the book.
Okay. Yeah.
And your little character runs about, and it works like a top-down Zelda game, and the pages turn when you go to different areas.
It reminded me of Kingdom Hearts when you were shrunk down in the Toy Story section of the game. Running around Andy's room. It kind of reminded me of that.
So you get like a little portal that's you go into, and the little 2D character springs out of the book, and now you're the little 3D person. You're running about the desk with all the things that the book was on. It is really cool. You can end up like some of the puzzles. It could be like, a giant frog is blocking the way on the page, and you could go outside the book into 3D world, turn the pages back a few, and pull a different word out a different page and put it on the right in there. So you could say like, instead of a giant frog, it could be a tiny frog, and then the giant frog on the page turns into a tiny frog. It's like those kind of puzzles. Really, really cool idea.
Yeah, nice.
I binged it. I played it in like fucking 7 hours. And then recently I've been playing Far Cry 5. I played through that on co-op. with the buddy, and that's been fun too. So yeah, I've been busy gaming.
Nice. Johnny, what about you?
Right, so obviously I'll do my challenge. I've done a couple of challenge busters, but we'll get that at the end, I think Pookie says.
Yeah.
Apart from that, since I've last been on, and I took a break for gaming quite a bit, but then I came back with Valorant. Downloaded Valorant, which is a tactical shooter that's been out a while on PC. It's 5-on-5, you don't respawn. You've got these, it's cartoony kind-ish. It's kind of Counter-Strike-ish. So you buy your weapons.
Is that the Ubisoft one?
No.
Alright.
Is
it Riot Games?
Riot Games.
Is it 2K or is it Riot? Or is it both the same?
No, it's Riot Games. So it's Counter-Strike-ish, where you start off with just a handgun, and then you've got to buy your guns, but your characters also have special abilities, where you can smoke or you can transport, and you've really got to work together and communicate. And basically, you've got to either plant a bomb for the first. I think it's the first one of 13. But after a certain amount of time, you swap sides. After about 10 rounds, 11 rounds, you swap sides. And it has got like a cartoony kind of feel to it, but it's really tactical, very Siege-like. You've got to hold your angles. You can't move and shoot. So if you're a COD player, it's very hard to, or Battlefield player or something like that, you need to, when you're shooting, you need to stand still.
And aim just above their head.
Yeah, and aim just above the head so you can headshot.
You've got the recoil and all that straight Counter-Strike.
It's really good. It's really, really good. It's hard to get good at it or decent at it.
There hasn't been anything close to Counter-Strike on the consoles until now.
Well, there was seemingly, a mate of mine's, Bogey, was telling me that they released Counter-Strike on PlayStation 3.
I had Condition 0, and that was...
And it just failed.
Yeah.
It just failed.
Yeah, it was bad.
But I would love to see a Counter-Strike 2 come, like Counter-Strike 2 come, that's the more recent Counter-Strike. I'd love to see that come to console, because Valorant, they've put it as free to play. You can buy skins for your guns, but buying the coins is very expensive. But it's good. You get a few use on it. It's really, really good. So I beasted a lot of that lately. I started doing Last of Us remake. Because that came to thing, and I got Andy started it as well.
You said
Last of Us Part 1 is because it was free for, what was it, the 25th anniversary?
25th anniversary. Sony have released it as part of the game catalogue. No, it's
the anniversary of 25th release of fucking Last of Us.
The 10th or something then?
10th then. Must be 10th or something. No. Like, came out, Last of Us came out near the end cycle of PlayStation 3.
2013, I think, so yeah, it'd be 10th,
It looks great. This is the one we've ranted about.
Came out in like 2012 or something.
Yeah. We've all talked shit about this for ages, saying that we were never paying £70 for a game we've already played 3 times over it, and then we got it for free the other day, so we're like, fuck aye. But I mean, getting it for free, you can't.
It's what they've done is brilliant. I mean, they've broke it right down and brought it back graphically. It plays smoother than the remaster did on the PS4.
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing. It plays more along the lines of Part 2. Like, control-wise, it feels like Part 2.
And the gore.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. I've only just scratched the surface on it. Because something else, I kind of relented and I went to something else. I'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, Last of Us, favourite games of all time. Love it. I mean, I would never have paid £70 for it. But if I'd bought it for 30, I wouldn't complain. I really would not complain. If they had done a remake and a remaster of 2 and put it out for 70 quid, I would have bought that.
I don't know. Like I was watching Andy play it, and he couldn't kill people. They wouldn't die. He was shooting at people, and he was like, "Oh, there's a fucking other one. Where's he come from?"
I loved it, and I'm going to play through it more on our YouTube channel, GamerTalkz. Yeah. But I kind of stopped playing that because I was playing EA Sports FC 24, and I stupidly went, fuck it, I'm getting the new one. Oh. And I've made everybody buy the new one now, including 2K. I've dragged them in. After saying that, I'm done, I'm tired, and so this weekend we're recording this on a Sunday.
You need to uninstall that and start fucking burning sage about the room and shit like that.
I don't know. I think they've put a bit more effort into the club side. It's taken a bit of getting used to the passing and shit. But they've introduced a game mode on clubs where it's called Rush. It's basically 5-a-side, but you rank your pro up. So last year they done a thing called Volta, which a completely different character. Didn't help your pro, nothing. This one, you rank your pro up while doing it. You also get points for your club. So in the club, you can buy stuff and improve your stadium. And they've got a thing called faculties, which you start off with £1 million, but as your club's reputation goes up, you get more money and you can buy stuff that increases the stats of your pros playing. So basically, you can buy a faculty. One of the faculties increases your ball control by 2 and your dribbling by 2, right?
Yeah, you're going to have all the people who don't have jobs fucking absolutely smashing
all it. All your players that play for your club straight away get that added to their stats.
I didn't pay for it though. I rang my mum and said, "Mum, could I have my Christmas present early? Like, can I have this game?" And I was like, "Send me 70 quid and I'll get this game." And she was like, "Yeah, okay." So technically, I haven't paid for it, but I did sacrifice my Christmas present for fucking FIFA. Like, I bought it for the banter. That's what I said to the boys. I said, like, I'm not playing it, boys. I might leave the chat and all this sort of thing. Enjoy FIFA 25, enjoy it, have fun, like. And then literally an hour and a half later, I was like, "Yeah, I've asked my mummy and I bought it now."
And he was on within half an hour.
I was on within as soon as it downloaded, I was on, like,
it's drags us back in.
It's the only fucking FIFA game out there, isn't it?
It's a banter that you have where. You know what I'm saying? But we're in early stages, so we're a bit frustrated at the moment because our characters are shit. But we'll get there. So so that's all I've been playing lately.
What about you, Mikey?
So I was really getting into Hogwarts Legacy. I spent a lot of time on that this month. I'm about 35% through the story because I spent a lot of time doing, like, side quests and finding shit, practicing spells and all that. There's really a lot of content in there. A lot more than we thought when it first came along. Obviously, they put some updates out in that as well. Because it's been a while. I was speaking to Andy because he's completed it. And Andy was basically saying that now is quite a good time to play it because they've kind of had time to perfect everything. And it is
I really enjoyed that.
There's a lot more content than when it first came out. I think it's a lot more fleshed out. It looks better. Everything runs smoothly. It sounds good. It just seems very good. It's a lot more solid than I thought it would be when it came out, because it's our first game and everything based on the movie. After all the confusion with J.K. Rowling and her books and her LGBTQ shit. It's a very solid game that doesn't go too close to the books, but it still has enough in it that we know what it is.
Yeah, it's got the lore in it, hasn't it? It's got the lore, but it's not the Harry Potter.
It's the best way to do it, right? Make a Harry Potter game that hasn't anything to do with fucking Harry Potter.
Can I just add on that Harry Potter note? I played that Quidditch game on PS5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dog shit.
It was funny because they didn't have a Quidditch game in Hogwarts Legacy. And I was like, fuck, that would have been a cool wee minigame. And then they're like, you have to buy that whole fucking thing separately.
I suppose it's alright for a free game, and maybe if I put a bit more time in it, I might get decent at it, but to me, it's just dog shit. Anyway, sorry for interrupting you there.
No, just on that as well, someone said to me that the fact that they've made a Quidditch game, it's like a separate game now, is possibly like testing the waters for making Hogwarts Legacy 2 and putting Quidditch in it.
Probably. I think that was a huge seller for Warner Bros. Right?
So they're maybe kind of looking at the reception to see how people think it is, you know?
Yeah. Because the Quidditch game is really cartoony, and they have folk doing bad impersonations of the actors. And
yeah, I've seen trailers in that. It's almost like paper characters, isn't it? Like a sort of 3D cardboard thing.
It's just the same fucking characters again, though. It's like fucking Ron Weasley and Harry Potter and the twins, and it's like
Ginny. When you go through, you got to do the massive tutorial first about how to play all the different positions, and it's Ginny Weasley that takes you through it. But you meet Harry and you meet Ron, you meet Hermione.
That's just cash milking, though, in my opinion.
Dobby.
Yeah, I mean, the game's free, but there's obviously microtransactions there, so...
Yeah.
Dobby touched Harry Potter.
But Hogwarts Legacy, so I've had a lot of fun with that. The other one I wanted to mention, which we'll talk about again later on, is called Isle of Swaps. Now, this one was actually... a developer reached out to me on our Twitter channel to me, and he said, here's a key for the game, could you maybe do a video, talk about it, whatever. So I downloaded that. I've been playing it. I did a video that's up on our YouTube channel.
What was it called?
Isle of Swaps.
Isle of Swaps.
Yeah. So it's basically a card game, like a deck builder.
Done by Fuzz. Is it Fuzz?
Fuzz Force.
Fuzz Force.
Yeah. Anyway, it works very similar to the Pokemon trading card game without being the Pokemon trading card game.
Yeah.
So you collect your cards, and they look very similar in the way Pokemon cards were made. You know, the border and the picture, and it says the attack.
Yeah, they look like the actual Pokemon cards you got in real life back in the day.
Yeah, but they're not Pokemon, they're just critters. So you collect your critters in each sort of round and challenges, battling people things. You get 2 lives in each kind of challenge round thing. Once you lose the 2, you go back to the main menu. But you can pick cards that you had in that round to go in your master binder. And then the idea is once you've finished your master binder, you can do like master level challenges as well.
That's cool.
I like how this could actually go appeal to all kinds of age groups, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's really bright, it's really thingy, but
it could be for kids because it's like it's cartoony and stuff like that. It's towards Pokemon and that sort of thing, like in card games. But it's also quite nostalgic as well because it's like me as a kid, me as an adult now having Pokemon cards back then and filling up like sticker books for football and Pokemon cards and stuff. It's quite nostalgic, like so. It could be. It'll be so fucking satisfying to fill that book. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been streaming that a few times as well. I've played it for about 6 hours now. But because you only get 5 cards at the end of each like challenge round, whatever it's called, your binder fills up very slowly, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because it keeps you coming back, which is what they want, but a bad thing because, well, we need to keep playing it over and over and over again. So I think I've done about 4 full challenge rounds. I've still only got about 15 cards. And there's
so is it like a tournament-based game, like, or is it like round-based game, or is there a storyline to it, or? So
basically, what happens is you'll start a challenge, and it's like a round, and you get 2 lives, and you'll get. You really watch the videos to understand. It's quite hard to explain. So you get like a bit of paper that represents a biome, and at the first stage of that round, you'll have like 3 cards to choose from. 3, like, so one might be a wild battle that you can do, so win a card. One might be a vending machine because you can buy booster packs with your in-game coins. and one might be a rival who's got more powerful cards for you to swap if you win. If you do the wild challenge or the vending machine or the battle and you win, you'll progress to the next round, but then the cards will change to a brand new thing. And every time
deck, right?
Yeah, and every time you react with a card, a challenge, it will change. And the idea is to get to the boss rival in that round and beat him. But if you run out of lives, that's when you go back to the main menu and pick cards for your booster.
Right, okay then. So basically it's a deck builder game where you've got try and beat these challenges and beat the people's dungeon decks in order to become the champion.
Yeah, but there's different ways of doing it each time. Like I say, it changes when you react with it. There's also different characters, and each one has a different, power ability. Someone might have, you can swap cards and they're worth more. Someone might have a power-up for each card that they hold. There's also powers for each sticker, so you get energies. But then you also get something called stickers, and some of the stickers are ridiculous. You get like medicine, which heals you during battle. You also get a frying pan. You get a steel heart, which gives them more HP. You get all sorts of crazy things. So.
Well, it looks interesting to me. It was only out last month as well. And it's got really positive reviews on Steam. I'd recommend giving that a look, man. If you like a nice deck building card game.
Like I say, you can watch the video, and it's actually out now. It came out on Friday, so.
Yeah, the swaps, baby.
Yeah, it's actually. I hadn't heard of it, to be honest. And then I got a message, and I'm like, alright, okay, I'll check out. And I watched the trailer, and I was like, that looks really good, I'll download it, give it a shot. And I've been really enjoying it. Like I say, I've spent 6-10 hours on it now.
Nice.
If you're still not sure what it's about, go to the GamerTalkz YouTube and watch Mikey play it. And if you've got any feedback, it's done by FuzzForce, and you can also fire us an email at GamerTalkzQuestions@googlemail.com.
Yeah, stick in the comments what you think as well. And then go and have a look on Steam, see if you
like it. Even if you don't like it, leave a like.
Exactly.
What have you been playing, Pick?
Not much really. I've played some Warhammer 40k with my brother and his mate, and I also been playing it with John. It's on the game.
I forgot to mention that as well.
So Warhammer 40k, Space Marines 2 it is, and it's absolutely fucking stunning. It is a gorgeous game. I mean, it's if you're a Warhammer fan, especially Space Marines, because I know what's his name, Cavell is out there at the moment, trying to bring it together for a movie or a series or something
Henry Cavill, yeah.
And he's producing it as well, so he's making sure he has a say on it rather than all the wankers on The Witcher just going fuck you for your ideas. And I'm really enjoying that. I'm not really very far in. We've only done 2 missions, and I've done a mission with my brother and his mate and that from what I've seen of it, the gameplay is a shooting game, but it's really good fun because it's just it reminds me of what's that game, Andy, that we played? I think it was me, you, and John, and it was is it World War Z or Zombie Z or something like that? Where it's just hordes of zombies coming at you. It's a bit like that, but with Tyranids, and it's it's. The environment and the landscapes are absolutely brilliant, and I'm enjoying the acting of it as well, because you are just this absolutely hard as fuck Space Marine, man.
We're big on those kind of games, though. We've been playing the other Warhammer game too, me, Pook, and Dunk.
Yeah, Vermintide 2 I've been playing with Andy and Dunk, and we've made a couple of mates on that so far. It's been quite good. We're not mates, but we've been meeting people on there that just stick around, so it's always good fun. Vermintide 2 was good fun. And then I played some Sons of the Forest with my brother. Survival game, really enjoying that, just constantly getting attacked by zombies and these cannibals even, and these horrible fucking creatures that come out and try and kill us, and they're getting bigger and more evil because the longer you play the game for, the more the shit they throw at you. But me and my brother have more... We've done some exploration and most of the island now, to be honest, and we've now built this epic stone wall base on this fucking lake. And we kind of used a cheat that we read, is that if you build it on the lake while the lake's frozen, you can build the wall and all that, like, and that sort of flooring and all that. And then when it's like fucking, then the summer comes or the spring comes, it turns back into water, but your base is sat on the water, so they can't fucking get to you because you're in the water and that. So, but yeah, so we're doing that.
Patch that out.
No, I don't know. I don't think they'll bother me, to be honest. But then and we've literally, I've got my golden armor now, and he's just got to get his now. Like, but once you start making the golden armor, they throw a load of enemies at you, and then I think we're going towards endgame then. Like, so we'll have play one of the 3 that I got for his birthday, I guess. But yeah, so I've been playing that with my brother, and then like FC25 just came out, but that was only 2 days. But mainly, I think I'm on about 132 hours now into The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
So
just lose yourself at it.
Yeah, I did.
It's like a heroin addiction to you, Pooks.
Yeah, so I've literally been absolutely smashing that. I've just literally every day, every waking hour, I've just been playing that. It's just finally another game that I can actually just play constantly. So yeah, I finished the main story a couple of days ago, and I fucked everybody. I fucked all the whores. I fucked every woman I could find. I fucked Jennifer. I fucked Triss. I fucked them all. I fucked. It literally, and I got the ending where like Ciri fucks off. I think Ciri dies and Yennefer disowns me. Triss fucks off because I fucked everybody, and now I'm just off being a Witcher. So
yeah,
I wanted that because I hadn't had the Ciri dies ending, so I wanted that, to be honest. So I was just an horrible bastard in this one, to be honest. Which was quite refreshing. But yeah, I did every Witcher contract, every secondary mission. I got every Gwent card. I love doing that shit, and I've done all the main story up to the end of the main story. And I'm now currently doing the Heart of Stone?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the Gwent as well, to be honest.
I fucking love Gwent, mate. Like, so people are like Marmite with it, but I love it with a passion. So I'm currently doing the Von Everett storyline for the Arts of Stone, and then I'll go on to do the Blood and Wine expansion. And once I've done that, I'll bin it, because I'm not going around getting every achievement. I'm not going around doing every single fucking question mark in the game, especially fucking Skellige. Like, no chance. So I've done that before. So I'm just going to do all the storyline of it and build me some wolf armor, and then that'll be me. Like, so I'm not far off. I'll finish it this week, but yeah, I've just been smashing that, right, to be honest.
Cool. Right, guys, I'm going to have to bow out and let you close out the podcast. I got a few family things to tie up.
Indeed, right. Well, Buster, it's a shame to see you go, but I'll speak to you later.
I know. But I will speak to you all soon, and all to all listeners, keep an eye out on my Challenge Busters.
Yes, do that.
On YouTube, and
remember
like and subscribe. Yeah, so peace and love, guys, and I'll speak to you later.
Cool. Take care, Johnny.
See you, Buster.
Bye.
Can I get his other half of his pack of biscuits? I was only getting half a pack, like so.
I don't know.
But yeah, so we'll go. That'll move us quite nicely into Exhibit B. So
yes, so let's just run through some more games that are coming out. So Kill Knight, Andy. I thought you might like this one.
Kill Knight.
Yes, so Kill Knight is a extremely fast-paced sort of top-down shooter game.
Top down, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of this Iron Meat, except it's not 2D, it's top-down, obviously. It's quite dark and gritty, and it looks like a sort of anime
Fuck me, it's fast-paced, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks kind of like a Diablo-y kind of vibes to it.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of stuff like that, but I thought you might be, so.
Yeah, it does look cool. Good.
Anyway, so that one's coming out the 2nd of October, so.
Like, please side.
Yeah, definitely.
Kill Knight is an ultra-responsive arcade-inspired isometric action shooter condemned to eternal sufferance deep within the voids of an eldritch arena. You must wield an arsenal of devastating weaponry to obliterate swarms of otherworldly horrors and master the demon within. Yeah. It looks quite good, actually. Like, yeah. So
it does. I mean, it's not for me, obviously, but I'll watch when you two play it. So
that's out on the 2nd, is it?
It is 2nd of October. Next one, which I quite like the look of, is out on the 3rd. It's called Kavark. Now this one's out now in early access, but it's got like a full release.
It was early access in June.
Yeah, but this is like full release. This is version 1, and it's like chapter 3 apparently as well. There's obviously new content got it. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, the premise of the game is really interesting. It's another one of the kind of co-op. Where you have to kind of work together to have fun, sort of thing. A bit like that Lethal Company we were playing. This one,
I thought this was a single-player game.
Yeah, possibly. Anyway, this one, you're in a sort of fictional 80s recreation of Czechoslovakia, and you're in this sort of underground facility, and you've basically got to escape.
Looks like Half-Life.
Yeah,
looks like they've done like a kind of low poly spin on Half-Life.
Yeah, like Half-Life. Kind of low poly, low budget, if you like.
You've even got head crab looking enemies. It looks like someone is obviously a big fan of Half-Life. You've got your shield meter and your health meter.
Looks like old school fucking N64.
Yeah, the weapons even going across the top of the screen. It's like someone's. It looks like if you like Half-Life.
It's interesting as well. It's like an FPS as well, because obviously a lot of people like FPS games. So if you like shooting things with your friends, and this could be good, you know.
Looks good, man.
And like I said, it's an interesting premise as well. But so yeah, that was out on the 3rd. Like I say,
it's releasing in chapters. Yeah. Like one of the old shareware games, like the old Duke Nukem games.
Chapter 2, this one is.
Yeah, and then Chapter 3's release date announcement and stuff. So, I mean, I would probably hold off and just buy the collected full finished edition of this.
Well, and that's the thing, you buy all 3 chapters together. There probably will be some that are pack, full packs or whatever. So.
Yeah, the same with Forgive Me Father. I bought the second one of that and it's in early access and I just seen it. They've updated it and put another 2 levels in it.
You were too pissed to play it.
Yeah, I was too drunk to play it. And,
we were talking about Tell Me Why and Life is Strange. They all used to do the episodic thing.
Yeah, I'd rather just wait until it's all out and I can just, get through it. Same with like a TV show on Netflix and stuff. Give me the whole season, don't give me...
Yeah, well, that's the thing, this kind of staggered release. I don't really know why they do it, because I can't imagine it's very popular,
Well, it looks like a cool spin on what looks like could have been System Shock and Half-Life stuck together. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's got very positive reviews so far, so...
Yeah. But, it looks good fun. I thought it might be good for, co-op games. That's why I said it was like that Lethal Company, because that's a co-op game where you work together.
People are calling it a half-like.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's, that's out on the 3rd for its full release. Right. And then next one is Until Dawn, the remaster.
Yeah, so this was a PlayStation exclusive back in the day, I believe.
I think it was that good.
Rebuilt, remade for the PC. And it looks fantastic, I must say. And are you into this, or? I mean, you like horror games, so.
I love Until Dawn. I thought it was it's still the greatest story-based. What you call it when you decision-making game that's been released. In my opinion, like I don't really think anything else has topped it. I think it's the best of its genre.
Yeah.
I just kind of find them too boring, and it's just not that it's bad. It's just that I don't really jive with that genre. Same with like the Dark Pictures anthology, like The Man of Medan, and those sort of games. Like the Telltale games or another one.
I like the Telltale games because they were like the first of their kind and that sort of thing within reason. Like, but and then you got like the Medan ones and that. Like, but I haven't played those because I just didn't. I started them even when they went out free. I started them and I just thought they were fucking boring. Yeah. And this new what do you call it? That Dead by Daylight one I was saying earlier. That Frank Stone just looked boring as fuck. But this one really flowed really well. It was really well written, really well acted. It flowed really well, and the story and the story that was written was I think perfect, and the choice making and the way it flowed was really, really fucking well done. So that's why I think it's the best of its genre. Like, so it is. If you were going to play this type of game and you don't really enjoy the genre and you haven't played the genre before, this game would be the one that I would ask you to try first.
Yeah. Well, I recently got the Expanse one, the Telltale one.
Expanse. Yeah, I haven't played that one. I don't think because I started the series, but I never finished the series.
Yeah. Well, Andy mentioned the game to Amazon. Me. Andy mentioned the game to me because I love the show, and I love that kind of space genre.
Yeah, I never finished the show, man.
And it was on sale, and I really wanted to play the game, but it was in chapters again.
Yeah, it's in chapters. Yeah.
But they finished it, and then so there's 5 chapters, and then if you get the deluxe edition, you get like a bonus chapter. So I got that one on sale. So I've now got the whole thing, so I can just sit and play it, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'll let you know how that goes.
No, it makes sense, man. Like, but I wish it was COVID that fucked the Expanse for me, like, because they did the first 2 seasons, and then the next one just took fucking donkeys to come out. By that point, I'd forgotten what had happened.
No, the only thing about the Expanse is some of it's quite long-winded. Because you can see the action scenes and the spatial scenes, but then they also show you the political debates and all this shit, which are a bit boring. So it's like you need to just kind of hold tight for the good times, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they drag it out, though, so it is over chapters.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would do it all in one chapter.
That's fine, but it just means you need to be patient,
Yeah. But that's out on...
back to Until Dawn, so it's out on the 4th of October. Right, next one, I thought... I was going to miss it out, but I thought it looked interesting. It's called Metaphor Refantasio. Now, I hadn't heard of this, but it's by Atlas West. Is Atlas West? Something like that. This one is a sort of, it's a sort of ARPG. It's got the sort of anime graphics as well.
This one's on my list.
It actually looks decent. I hadn't heard of it, but it looks decent.
The dev's playing it right now.
It's like the kind of thing I'd quite enjoy. So.
It looks really pretty to me. Like, it's like a kind of like Monster Hunter looking kind of thing, like, or something, but it's like anime style, and I just thought it looks really pretty, the type of art style that they've used.
Yeah, it's like
I think it looks really good.
Is it turn-based?
Yes, it is turn-based combat, I believe. Really good. It's right up my street. I like turn-based combat. I like the sort of ARPG genre, and I also
really interesting looking monsters on it.
And I also like the anime style, so it ticks all my boxes. So.
The throne sits empty after the king's assassination, with no heirs. The will of the late king decrees that the next monarch will be elected by the people, and thus begins your fight for the throne.
It does. So that one's out in the
cool. It looks really cool, man. Like, I might buy this actually. It looks really good.
Keep an eye. I mean, I mean, I'll buy it right away because I won't play it right away, but at some point, So.
It looks reminiscent of Persona with the effects.
Yeah, a little bit. I was going to say it's the same. I think I'm right to say the Atlas made them as well. The Persona 3 or Persona 4, the ones that were on Xbox Game Pass. Or the Persona 5 Strikers, I can't remember.
They did it, I think it's just Persona, I think it's Atlas.
Yeah, but there's a few different ones, so it's not P3P or P4? Or
I think there's
like Tactica and stuff like that, yeah.
There's a remake or there's some kind of new Persona 3 type thing coming out soon, my mate said he's going to buy, so he's going to be putting about 100 hours into that.
Yeah. But anyway, it's in that whole kind of genre, and I quite like it, so...
Yeah,
and that's out on the 11th.
It is, in October. Right, Andy, another one for you. This one's called A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead.
Yeah, but me and Andy talked about me and Andy talked about this one the other day, and I thought it was really good, but I was a bit blinded by the films. Just because the film was good, the game's going to be good, and Andy said, like, yes, fucking.
Well,
like,
that
it's not
doesn't always work out, but it looks good for what it is. I quite like the premise. The beginning reminds me a little bit of Fallout. You wake up in an empty kind of house, shelter thing, and you venture outside. Or, you do eventually, so.
It's more like a first-person story game than a survival horror.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like, think like From Esther or something, Dear Esther or some shit like that, but maybe with a little bit more horror to it.
Yeah. I think it's scary.
Yeah, it's a horror version, kind of like of a.
Yeah,
they get called walking simulators.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's the big appeal, right? More than anything.
Yeah,
like,
but it's not horror. It's like psychological and dark and creatures.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, it looks good. Whether it stands up to the films, I don't know, but we'll see.
Silence.
And the monsters look freaky, and it looks like you have. I mean, it could be more like Outlast, right? Where that's like a walking simulator that's a bit more actiony, right? Because all you've got is like a camcorder and night vision. Whereas in this one, you need to be careful about how noisy you are, right?
Yeah, you've got
what's where you step in and everything, man. Like,
yeah, it's really it makes you think a lot.
Yeah. So I don't think it was the kind of horror game that people were expecting when they heard A Quiet Place, but I think it fits it more because you can't really go attacking the monsters from A Quiet Place with like a pistol or a knife.
Well, that's the thing. If in real life you make lots of noise, they're all going to come in and attack you at once.
Yeah, I think you got to use the environment to kill these things. If I'm predicting it.
So if it's more like stealthy, more like think more. Outlast or Alien Isolation, then I'll be all over it. But if it's
can't be too bad, £25.
But then, like Pook said, you've got to kind of manage your environment a bit, manage your movement, and
Yeah.
Which is like a whole other thing to think about, on another level,
One of the mechanics it shows you is using a bag of sand and pouring it on the ground in front of you to silence your footsteps, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Some quite cool stuff there. So, extra mechanics makes it better. Andy, are you maybe going to get that or something? No.
Maybe if it's on sale. I don't know. I'll have a look at the reviews and stuff or what people are saying once it's out. One thing that's making me fucking want to laugh though is if you get the pre-order bonus, you get 3 extra inhalers, and I'm talking like actual medicinal asthma inhalers for your character. It's probably one of the stupidest fucking pre-order bonuses I've ever seen anywhere. Aside from the fucking horse armor from Oblivion.
Wow, yeah.
You get 2 batteries and 3 inhalers, and you get a creature animation showcase and some concept art for a pre-order bonus.
I mean, that may be one of the worst pre-order bonuses ever.
That is fucking atrocious, to be honest. I think it seems like your character has asthma or some shit like that, so you need an inhaler to stop him from fucking wheezing or something.
I mean, some of the bonuses to get like early access, armor, weapons, whatever. This one, it's like some sort of thing that you can't use, can't fight with, But
inhaler items in med packs is just dumb as fuck. But I do like the idea of there being a creature animation showcase, and I think that's dumb as hell if people can't get that if they don't get the pre-order. No. Whereas, like you in Resident Evil, once I've beat the game, you can go into the character display, all these models, and you get to look at all the awesome 3D models.
Isn't the inhaler something because you got asthma, so you might start having a coughing fit if you don't use your inhaler? You got to find replacement stuff of it.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that.
That's probably why it's in there. That's why they shown it during that video.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Anyway, but it could be quite good fun. So that's out on the 17th.
Sticking with horror, and the 17th.
Another one on the 17th.
Yeah, same day. Unknown 9 Awakening. Another horror game.
Yeah, this one's on my list as well. But it's one of those where it's to watch the reviews and see if it's any good when it releases.
Yeah, but like I say, a lot of horror games this month. Possibly in the build up to Halloween.
So you are Haruna, a Blaze-Tor born with the ability to venture into a mysterious dimension, the Fold. On her quest for powerful hidden knowledge, she must learn to master the powers of the Fold to fight a secret society with hostile agenda.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like a traditional horror, but they say it is, so...
Doesn't look like a horror to me.
No. I wonder if it's more horror because you kind of see and do weird things and it's a bit mucks with your head and that, you know what I mean?
It looks like it wants to be good. It just looks a bit cheap to me, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't know. I looked at the trailer and I'm like, what is this game trying to be?
I don't know.
It says it's a horror, but it's not really a traditional horror. And then there's like elements of magic, time travel, weird shit, and it's not really cut out for that, so I'm not really sure. You know,
so no, it looks like it's like kind of be Dune or something like that. Like to me, that's what it kind of looks like to me. It's kind of be like a Dune-esque type religious hierarchy type thing. You know, I don't know. I don't know what it's trying to be.
That was out in the 70s as well.
I tell you.
Right, let's leave that one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, indeed. The Turtles are back. This one's out on the 18th, and it's a sort of 3D action game with kind of cartoony. It looks a bit kind of cartoony. I don't know how to describe it. It looks a bit cartoony. It's sort of anime, but not anime at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like kind of Borderlands kind of style to it.
Yeah,
right?
like sort of cartoon. Maybe it's I don't know, hand drawn. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, it's like the way the textures are done and the effect. Sketch sort of like you see an explosion or fire, and it looks like different sketches of fire.
But yeah, no, it looks good fun, and it looks a bit mad as well.
It's really well styled by the looks of it.
Yeah.
It looks very, very childish, but it looks quite interesting, to be fair.
Looks like one of those games that you put on and bash through in one night when you were younger, right? Like fucking Darker Alliance or Streets of Rage or fucking Golden Axe or something like that.
It kind of looks like they're moving away from the arcade graphics and more towards big screen, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the arcade, they were doing like a small view, top-down fighter type thing.
The arcade one was good. It was like they did the pixel art and everything, but this one looks a bit more. Yeah, it looks.
This one's a bit more kind of 3D in your face, fighting, things going off around you, explosions and enemies. You know, so it's interesting that they're making that kind of transition away, but that's not really surprising considering the arcade machines are pretty much gone, unless you buy one or something. Anyway, that was out on the 18th of October. So, right, another horror game, Forest Hills, last year. Now,
yeah, this is a Dead by Daylight combatant.
Yeah,
it's a PvP game.
When I first saw the name Forest Hills, I wondered if it was like a weird spoof of Silent Hill, because the place is called Forest Hill.
I thought it's quite strange. It's quite brave of them to release their game called Forest Hills in the same month that Silent Hill 2 is coming out. So let's see how they get on. Like, but pretty much the premise of it is like if you played or know about Dead by Daylight, it's pretty much you are a group of people and you've got to try and escape.
It's like an escape room idea.
Yeah, it's like an escape room. You got to escape Forest Hill. You got to escape these areas whilst this fiend is trying to kill you, basically, and it's PvP style. Escape game,
like a
survival escape game.
Yeah.
But you can actually fight back in this one though, so you can actually fight against the fiend and that so. I think it's just going to be another game that tries to combat DVD, and it's just people will play it for a month and then bin it. So
probably. Well, this is another one that's free then.
yeah, pretty much. But it could be fun. Could be interesting if they have a different aspect of it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be another one that fails to knock DVD off the top spot.
No, I'm not interested. I mean, it looks decent, but I won't buy it, you know. I might check out someone else playing it, but that's...
Do you know what I mean, Andy? Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's a lot of those kind of games where it's asymmetrical, they're called, right? One big bad and then 4 or 5 smaller players. And
like,
one big bad, he has to take out the 4 smaller players, or as many of them as they can. And
the only thing I would say, though, it's another one of those kind of team-based co-op games. There's an awful lot of them popping up.
Yeah, I think it's because they can be... A lot of the time they're cheap, and it's because they're kind of cheaply made with one idea being the main gimmick, right? Like that one we played, Pook, was a lot of fun, but I don't know if you would still be finding it fun after playing it the 10th time. Yeah. Because it's like the main things that you've seen. Once you've seen those things the first time, it's hard for it to stay good. Lethal Company's really good. Kind of gets a bit stale, Yeah, Lethal Company is one of the ones that's like it's a good example of how to keep it fresh.
Yeah, Lethal Company's like randomly generated, so it changes.
Yeah, so it's all about, keeping it fun for these kind of games. A lot of the times, by the time you've played them a good few runs at them, you're kind of done with it. Yeah. Which is usually why there's a lot of them out, and a lot of them are quite cheap to buy as well.
I think what's good now is the new engines, Unreal Engine, and that are good for random generations, so they're good for these sorts of things. And then obviously they're slightly easier to meet because of that as well,
Mm. But yeah, so if you fancy DVD, different type, and give it a go, see if it's worthwhile for you and your friends for a bit. That's out on the 20 Shock On.
Yes, it is. Right, one I like the look of because of how odd it is. It's called Fear the Spotlight.
It's another horror game, Mikey.
It is, basically.
Horror month, then I guess it's October.
Well, I like watching people play them.
This is quite interesting, though. Like, very puzzle-based. This one, like very atmospheric, third-person puzzle-based game.
Yeah, this one's been offline for a while because it was getting a big update, basically a big rebuild. It's going back online on the 22nd of October, and basically what it is you and 2 friends sneak into a school at night. And you go around, with your torch and whatever in the dark. And like Pook said, it's very puzzle-based. There's a lot more...
Well, you do a seance and it goes horribly wrong, and you call for some kind of fucking horrible thing, or whatever, and then you're literally 2 girls wandering around this school at night, their school at night, and they get separated, and then basically you got to solve these puzzles to try and get through, and as it says, stay out the spotlight. So
actually, sounds like a good premise.
You want to stay in the darkness.
I mean, it probably isn't a very long game, but I don't know.
Don't know.
But yeah, I just thought it looked interesting. It's got that kind of low poly look to it as well that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, very, very simple graphics, but effective for the sounds. Or the audio for this game sounds really good for the atmospheric side of it. So I think the lack of graphics doesn't really matter because it's not important. It's what's happening around you. So
that's another one of these kind of popular things that's come on is people trying to make PS1 type graphics for these games, and it works pretty well.
I mean, John was talking about their Quidditch Champions. It looks like that as well. But
yeah, it does.
Different kettle of fish, that one, but.
But that one's out on the 24th. No, 22nd, sorry.
22nd, yeah. The next one's out on the 24th. It's called Flint, Treasures of Oblivion. And the reason I looked at this one is because it's a top-down kind of pirate treasure looter thing. And I quite like that kind of idea of a game. It's just, I like these top-down strategy games. And then I like the idea of looting some treasure as well.
Being a pirate.
Yeah, basically. Remember back when we tried that Skull and Bones, and it was... I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but it was a bit slow and dull, and it felt like a grind, This is like the complete opposite of that. Where it's kind of top-down.
It flows a lot better.
Yeah, it tells you where to go. It looks like it runs smoother and you get through it quicker. And then obviously we already know there's treasure there somewhere. So I just thought it kind of looked cool, and I liked the premise of it. So, so that was it, 24th. Right, oh, yeah. Sonic Time Shadow Generation, or Sonic X Shadow Generation.
I really
want Knuckles.
I really want this.
Yeah, this one looks good fun. It's a sort of, how would you describe it? It's a Sonic game that's been remade, but you can play it as Shadow.
Yeah, so it's like a throwback to, remember you got Sonic 3, but then you could get Sonic and Knuckles and plug the other cartridge into it.
Yeah.
And you could get Knuckles in like the other Sonic games. It's kind of like that. Sonic Generations was probably one of my favourite, probably the last full 3D Sonic game that I played, which was actually a lot of fun. So they've revamped that, but they've put a whole new campaign for Shadow the Hedgehog in it, which is a really cool idea.
Old school Sonic. But
yeah, it has the old school. So Sonic Generations was like the new version of Sonic.
Yeah.
Mixed with the old version of Sonic, so it had a mixture of the different kinds of levels that you could get in it. So now it's doing that and thrown, and thrown Shadow into the mix. So I think it looks good. Yeah,
pretty intense visuals in this.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. Even the old one, Sonic Generations, I can remember thinking like it looked amazing. I love the little classic design of Sonic. He's got the proper round head and round body. The big
eye. You get to batter that Dr. Dickhead.
And there's a pinball mode in it, right? So that like straight away that's a win.
Yeah, Sonic Pinball. I played that once.
Yeah, man, it was a good one.
I mean, I was rubbish at it, but it was fun.
It had good music.
But just, little Sonic ball rolling around. But
and the Sega. Yeah.
Right, last one. Just before we move on to the indie games. This
one looks really good, man. It's on my wish list for a while. This one.
Yeah. I've been watching the dev with this on Twitter for fucking ages now. A couple of years they've been watching them make this.
Yeah, so this is another horror game.
I'm not surprised.
It's called Post Trauma. Now this one, you start in what looks like a metro trailer. Is that right? A metro carriage.
Yeah, that's basically, I mean, he falls asleep on a train and then he wakes up and he's in some sort of distorted Silent Hill-esque version.
It's a survival horror game.
Yeah, it's trying to stick as close to those old games with the fixed camera angles and.
Did he just try and punch that thing in the face? I'd have run for my life.
There's
But yeah, it looks very cool.
Yeah, there's some pretty grim graphics in that too.
It's not the highest fidelity graphics ever, but that's.
Yeah, it'll do it. For what it's trying to get.
I just mean like imagery. It's grim. Like there's some manky looking monsters in there.
Dark, gritty blood and shit. Yeah, no, I just mean it's not like mega sharp,
Puzzles.
Yeah, I think it's it's an indie game. It's an indie game, that one. I think it's literally 1 or 2 people in
it looks good as a game, as a premise. It sounds kind of cool, but.
I played the demo yonks back, and it was janky as fuck, but it had all this, like, the makings were there, right? So
yeah, well, that's the thing. If it's got the makings, then that's
just depends if they can pull it off long term, right? If it's fun to play for 5-6 hours at a time.
I guess that's the problem these indie developers have. Is like, we've got a good idea, we've got a good game, we can do it, but can we make it last for 5 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if they shut down after a day, like, what was it? Fucking Concord shut down after like 2 days.
11 days, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was coming out. That was coming out just before Halloween on the 29th. So.
Yeah, but was it not like all the people that bought Concord got their money back and all the DLC was refunded and shit or something?
Yeah, and they took the game offline and had to.
Yeah, and the studio went, and I'm like, that's a lot of shit for a week,
Yeah. Dumbass executives.
I mean, you could at least give it a bit longer, but that's what happens, I guess. Cutthroat video games.
Yeah, no, Concord was better to put that out as misery as soon as possible.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him.
Feels like it was rushed a bit.
Right.
But
we can just hope that that's a lesson learned by the fucking the industry for that shit.
We can hope it probably won't happen, but. Anyway, so Post Trauma out on the 29th of October. And I might be checking someone out playing that. Right, shall we do a quick indie spotlight before we go?
Yes, wow. This one, the first one looks amazing. Like, we're just looking at it. This one's
called Victory Heat Rally. It's basically an old school rally game, very old school. I actually played a game very similar to this. I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, this one's a very old school rally game. It's got very cartoony graphics. It reminds me of some sort of Micro Machines game or something.
It's super bright and colourful. I think if Outrun met Mario Kart, but without the power-ups, right? So if Outrun met, I don't know, like NASCAR.
I mean, maybe something like Trackmania, but even that's too new, so...
Yeah, it looks really cool. The cars are done like 2D sprites, but the way they move looks really well done.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like those, you remember those little penny racers?
Yeah.
Got a penny in the back, right? Yeah, it's like them in a game. And then they've been put on like the Super Mario Kart circuits. And then you've got the kind of sort of, I don't know, the Midnight Club Gran Turismo effects, drifting down the corners, smoking tires and shit.
It takes me back to my Game Boy Advance games days looking at this.
I don't know, I just think it looks really cool, and it's a really cool idea. So that one's out on the 3rd, and that one's by Sky Devil Palm. Because put 3 words together, why not? Right, next one's a little old. This one's called Grun.
Not if you love gardening.
Well, yeah, so you start out as a gardener, and then it sort of becomes I don't want to say horror, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, no, this turns into some sort of surreal existential horror.
Horror game!
Yeah, horror games. Existentialist type shit, though, after you're, like, doing the gardening and then suddenly there's skeletons. And
yeah, so the premise is you're hired as a gardener, and the people that hired you go away on holiday or something, I don't know. And then you're, going about your gardening, and you find out there's a bunch of tools and whatever missing, and you end up exploring the house and the village, and lots of bad shit happens, and it goes dark, and there's creatures, and...
No wonder they went on holiday.
It goes from fucking Botany Manor into, like, Resident Evil or something. It's actually really cool. It's just another unique idea, I think, is the most attractive thing about it as well. So yeah, it looks really cool. I actually thought about maybe getting this one, but it's horror. I don't like it.
It'd be interesting to see what the end game is like, what they were trying to do with it. Like, so interesting.
I'm not 100% sure on the ending, but like you see, the premise is you're a gardener and you've got to find your tools or something. But before
they get home from holiday. Fair enough, right? And that's Grun, is it?
Yeah, it's Grun. It's out on the 4th by Sock Pop Collective. As you do. Right, next one is called Shady Night. And this one is a sort of... it's got a super fast FPS melee platformer mesh-up thing.
Looks like you got to have some decent skill for this one.
Yeah, this is like... What was that one? Was it last year? Was it called White Hot or something?
Fucking hell, could make you sick playing this one.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, there was one last year and it was like a speed-running platformer thing. And was it called White Hot or White Dawn? I can't remember.
This
is like that.
The movement's pretty sexy, isn't it?
I know, and I like the sort of colouring and the way the enemies are drawn and all that stuff, and the weapons and things. It's just really cool. Making it's melee, so obviously throwing stuff in that. It's just very cool. So anyway, so that one's out on October the 9th by Alexei CPT Ensai. That's probably not his actual name, but right, next one. A lot of people have been looking forward to. I've been watching it as well. It's called Never.
That looks really good.
Yes.
This one, Neither, looks really good, doesn't it? Like, this one's on my wish list. It looks so fucking pretty.
It does. So this one's got quite an interesting story. It's about a girl, and she basically makes friends with a wolf. And it's about their sort of story together and their adventure. And it's just a really chill kind of discovery adventure game.
It's like a kind of like premise of like being at one with nature, like the Princess Mononoke film, like where it's like you've got like the heart or the soul of the forest and that sort of thing, and you connect with this wolf and you go through these adventures in order to help save the environment or the forest or something like that. So the world's dying basically, and you got to try and save it. And you with this wolf companion, it looks so fucking gorgeous. Man.
It's kind of like the same idea as that. What is it, Spirit and the Wolf or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah.
With just a kind of chill adventure through nature. This one's obviously nicer female protagonist. This one different, and it's got more of I guess you could say hand-drawn art style as well. So yeah, no, I'll quite like look at that one. So. Right, yes.
That's out on the 15th. That one's out.
Yeah, 15th by Nomad Studio. Nomad Studios is that one. Next one's called Amber Isle.
It looks fucking. looks like it's for fucking My Little Pony or like
it's
like 2-year-olds.
It's yeah.
This is legit a kids game, mate.
This is a kids game for sure, man.
It's a crafting man. It's a kind of crafting life sim game with dinosaurs.
It's like Animal Crossing for kids.
Yeah, basically. There is some other stuff, character customization shit in there, but yeah, it's basically a kids game.
Yeah.
It's like what was that dinosaur game that was on TV years ago? The cartoon.
This would be really good for kids, 100%.
Yeah, it would be. But yeah, no, it looks quite good actually. For what it is, it looks quite sharp, even if it's for kids. But anyway, so that one's out on the 17th, and that one's Amber Tail Games. Right, next one is another kind of speedrunning thing.
I put this on my wish list solely for the soundtrack.
Yeah, this one's Awaken Astral Bleed.
The soundtrack sounds fucking dog's bollocks, man.
Yeah, it's another. I think it's another kind of Japanesey type game, isn't it? As well.
It's a Metroidvania.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people look forward to this one, including Nick.
Various endings.
Yeah. Replayability and all that shit.
It's like a dark fairy tale that reminds me of like a mixture of it's like a mix between, like Andy said, what was that game you just said?
Metroidvania. No.
Yeah, like Metroidvania mixed with Probotector, and it's like but with like old school like hammers and shit like that, like like a type of weapons and stuff like that, like but yeah, it's just like a Fate type game. You've just got to survive and survive through all these different types of levels in order to get to the end game. It left to righter, but you go both left and right kind of thing, like, and using the walls to jump up and like that sort of Metroidvania. So it looks really gorgeous to me. Anyway, the soundtrack to me was pretty sick.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
And that was out on
the 21st. Dark Pigeon Games. I didn't know pigeons could get any darker, but there you go.
Yeah, boy. Not as dark as squirrels are at the moment.
I know. Right, next one is called Cabernet, and this one is a sort of 2D narrative RPG. It's inspired by sort of Eastern Europe, 19th century Eastern Europe. It says it describes itself as a horror game as well.
Oh, she gets to change her outfits. That's good.
Yeah, it's got a rabbit in it. It's got a rabbit in it.
Is there vampires?
No, I don't think you can, but he does talk to you.
She turns into a bat and flies around.
There's vampires, yeah.
You play as a young. It says here he plays a young vampire in a new unlife among the unsuspecting townfolk. It's like a narrative thing where
So you're a brand new vampire and you've basically got a feed on the town vote. Right?
Yeah, it looks like a puzzly visual novel based.
God, I hope she gobbles that rabbit now. Yes, eat that fucking rabbit. Oh, baby.
Yeah. But, so that one looks pretty cool. That's done by Party for Introverts.
I think it's quite an interesting concept that you of the storyline of it. Like she's got to try and hold off from eating everybody, and she starts eating animals, and then probably you go, "Fuck it, I'm going to kill everyone." Or you could have the choice, maybe killing everyone or not. So that could be quite interesting.
Not quite right. But there's like different choices, and it's like a choices matter game as well.
Yeah.
So there's different endings, different replayability and whatever. So I know it's quite good. So that one, Party for Introverts, that was on the 24th. One more, and then you can all go home. This one's called Orange Season.
It's not for me.
This one is out in early access now, but it's getting a full release.
This looks like a shit Stardew Valley.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it's very Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley-y. But it's got like the 64-bit graphics like Chained Echoes does. Which I
think it looks pretty good.
But Nick thinks it looks shit, so.
No, I don't think it looks shit. It's just not my type of game. I think for the genre it is from Stardew Valley, it looks quite interesting from its concept and stuff like that. Very pretty, top-down looking, like kind of Pokemon looking, original Pokemon looking kind of game. It's probably got very, very interesting concept to it, story behind it, and being able to have maybe love interest and all that sort of thing. But to be honest, for me, I would just play Stardew Valley. Like.
Yeah. No, it looks interesting, but I don't play Stardew Valley. I own it, but I don't really play it. So.
But yeah,
not by Inner Fire Studios, and it comes out of early access on the 24th of October.
Epic. Right, well, just before we go, I've just got 3 honourable mentions. Terminator Survivors, which is out on the 24th. And then Terminator Survivors out on the 24th, which is just what it is in a nutshell. It's surviving Terminators, isn't it, really? But no, but that one, it's been ongoing for quite a while now. People have been waiting for it. So it's like, obviously, it's when Judgment, it's after Judgment Day. It's also a co-op game, Andy. So I thought you might be interested in that. So it's like scavenging resources and all that sort of shit. Survival horror game.
Yeah.
Type thing. But with Terminators, which I thought would be fascinating to do, to actually live as after Judgment Day, when you've got to live a fight against Skynets, Terminators, and everything, and it's like the start of humanity trying to.
Idea,
it's a very cool idea, but I haven't done enough research in it. But that's why it's an honourable mention. But it's just sort of like it could be a really interesting concept if it's done right. The next one was New World Aeternum.
Yeah. Well, you told me about this. This one's just a DLC, is it not? Because
they revamped the game because the game was kind of shit and not doing so well. So they revamped the game and put a new DLC in it.
That's like sort a big update thing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's out for consoles.
Because New World is that kind of online RPG that Amazon Studios made.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos MMO.
What was that, like 7 years ago now or something?
Yeah,
and it's like what Andy said, just in a nutshell. They've just revamped it, re-released it, repackaged it, and just sending it out there, and then sticking it on consoles as well, like on the 15th. And just if you've been waiting or you want to see it, just give that a go.
Feels like and then the last for years.
And then the last one is what.
No More Room in Hell.
I think could be quite good fun. No More Room in Hell 2, which is out on Halloween, which I thought was pretty cool. But this is an 8-player co-op.
Fucking hell.
So basically, you're just thrown into a zombie apocalypse with 7 other players, and you've got to scavenge, survive, and that sort of thing. So it's a bit like, the other way I can describe it, it's like Dying Light with 8 players. So it could be, if it's done right, really good fun.
Yeah,
the first one was really good fun. First one was like a mod for Half-Life.
Yeah, pretty much. So if it's done, if they've worked out from the first one and made it even better, then it could work. It could be good fun, like so. And then just the fourth one, which was just for Andy, which I thought if he was interested in, and maybe myself as well, like they're releasing an RPG maker called With on the Switch.
Oh, I've seen that. I think, yeah, you can play and download and upload your own RPGs.
Yeah, you can play others and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you're interested in making an RPG, like from scratch, basically, you know, like a kind of like old school, like early Final Fantasy looking games, like Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 6, then you can get that on the Switch on the 11th. That could be quite interesting. So yeah, that's it for me.
A lot of games for Andy this month.
Yeah.
October 24 could be the month that he finally goes bankrupt.
Well, I've got a horror game for him to play, and I got a horror game for Dunk to play. So that's something to look forward to coming out on the YouTube soon. Like, I think Andy will probably put it up on his using his Twitch. But it's just going to be they basically between Andy and Dunk, I'm just gifting them Steam games unless they fancy buying them themselves. They're never really more than £5. Yeah, they're only never more than £5. So
generosity right there. But...
And it's so basically they go into the game blind and dry. They're not allowed to know anything about it until they've installed it and pressed play.
Yeah.
So and then they just stream themselves playing it, and it's to my amusement,
good
basically.
Premise, just see the game works.
But we've done two so far. One with Dunk on his own, and one with the group of us playing it. 3 of us playing one together, and
that was a cool one.
I did the one I did with Dunk. I fucking shat myself at the same time as it. So that's going to be him by himself. So. But yeah, so that's something to look forward to. So,
we shall leave it there, I think, shall we?
Yeah, it's been a good session.
Just before we go, I've got one quick question for you. Is Darth Vader the greatest baddie in the land?
What land?
The galaxy.
I mean, he's definitely up there.
Galaxy.
He is the greatest baddie, but he's definitely up there.
He's definitely the most memorable, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
The greatest baddie ever? Or, like, you mean just in the land? Like, on Tatooine, or...
The Tatooine's not real, Nick.
He's on the Death Star. He's not even on land, isn't he? He just hangs out in his giant fucking explosive gun.
I mean, is he actually ever on land?
I don't know. That's what you said. So I don't think he's the greatest enemy or baddie ever. No, I don't think so. I think that's probably too hard a question to answer because there's far too many different genres and all that sort of thing to go through. But I think as for like you said, memorable one, then yeah, of course. I think the idea of someone being evil and being able to manipulate time, space, his environment, and creatures at his will, whilst because of his strength with the Force, then yeah, I would say if you put him up against other enemies, other bad guys, if they had to fight and stuff like that, then yeah, but. If you want, there's that thing that Andy, was it Andy that showed me, or did I give it to Andy? I can't remember now, but it was that they put all the. Do you remember, Andy? It was like someone made a cartoon or something like that, like of all the bad guys, bad guys fighting in an arena.
Yeah, I can't remember even the name of that. But
and that was that's crazy. So that pretty much showed. I can't remember who it was now. They had every single bad guy in it, and they did it with the good guys as well, I think. And they had every single bad guy in it. I can't remember who won it now, but they had someone
Ultimate Showdown or something.
Ultimate Showdown between all of them, and they had somebody won it now, but I can't remember what it was.
Was there not a game like that years ago on the 3DS? It was like Mario All-Stars Brawl or something, and then you got all sorts of baddies and shit coming into it, and it was just every character.
You got Smash Brothers, they made loads of them.
Yeah. And then they all sort of follow each other. It's cool.
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, maybe he's the greatest space villain, I guess, maybe. A villain that's from space, but it depends, though, because if you start sticking Marvel or Marvel or DC or Tolkien, or you start going into different worlds or universes and stuff like that. With bad guys, it's an endless fucking conversation, I think. Yeah. So, but I would say he's definitely up there. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so many of them. But anyway, right. Well, I guess we shall just leave it there, chaps, shall we?
Yeah, man.
Good.
Yeah, so
it's time for us to.
Well, it's GamerTalkz podcast on here that you're listening to, and then you got GamerTalkz streams, which is on the Twitch. You've also got High Arcade, and you've also got Pookie Vision on the Twitch as well. You've also got Dogster P on the YouTube on YouTube to watch as well, and also you've got our GamerTalkz, which is on YouTube as well. So, and questions to GamerTalkz online. So, but yeah. Much love appreciated.
Channels as well. So.
Hell yeah, man! Oh yeah, we're on X as well. So, but it's much love appreciated, and keep the toxicity down and continue pressing the love of gaming, and
yes, be good. We will be back next month with some more games.
Yeah, and hopefully John might do a full podcast.
He might. He might not. What are the chances of that? I'll need to give him his fucking biscuits first.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. Right, anyway, guys, I will get the biscuits sorted. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next month.